Today I wanted to spend the last few minutes that we have with each other talking about the work of the Parish Pastoral Council as pastoral planning. Now, pastoral planning is a term that the official documents of the Church use occasionally, but usually pastoral planning is our American term to describe what councils do in terms of investigating, reflecting, and recommending. So I'd like to put the question to you. Now, I want you to imagine a situation that you were in, and I'm going to ask you, if you were a parish pastoral council member and faced this particular situation, what would you do? In other words, how would you turn this situation into an opportunity for pastoral planning? And I'd like to begin with an example that was used yesterday. A new pastor came to a parish and he inherited a parish pastoral council. And it was a large parish, and he quickly found that administrative duties were overwhelming him and that he didn't have a lot of time to do the kinds of priestly ministry that he had hoped to do. Now, the parish was relatively well-to-do, so he knew he had about $70,000 to $80,000 in the budget that he could use to establish a new position, including salaries and benefits. So he came to the Parish Pastoral Council and he said, I've got a problem. I'm spending all my time doing administrative tasks, and I'm finding I've got less and less time to visit the hospitals, less and less time to visit the convalescent facilities. I've got less and less time for meeting people in their homes. I'm thinking I need some help. What kind of help would be appropriate, and what kind of help could we afford? What kind of help could this parish afford to give me? So put on your thinking cap for a second. A pastor comes to you and he says, I'm overworked with administrative responsibilities. I have some resources in the parish that could improve that situation. I'm not sure what I want to do or how I intend to solve the problem. Help me think this through. What would you say to that pastor? The first pastoral council meeting, the pastor says, I've got a problem, I need help. And people say, well, maybe we should get somebody who's retired. And somebody says, well, maybe you should make a list of what your needs are. And somebody else says, why don't you hire a business manager? And a fourth person says, and let's get some job descriptions and take a look at those. That's the first meeting. Between the first meeting and the second meeting, we get 5 different parish business administrator job descriptions. What are you going to do at the second meeting then? So we're at that second meeting, we're sitting at the table, we got the 5 job descriptions out in front of us, and we're kind of scratching our heads. We've got the diocesan job description, we've got one that we got off the internet, one that we got from the Wall Street Journal, and a couple of others. So what are we going to do with those? So we've got to synthesize those various job descriptions, and this is going to take some time. Maybe, he could, if he's a pastor, he could say, well, all right, we've got the 5 here. Let's have a subcommittee of 2 people to read these 5 and synthesize them into one for the third meeting. So you can see how the pastoral planning process, already we've gone through 3 months. Now maybe the pastor's impatient and he says, I need relief, immediate relief. But if he's a thorough planner, the 3-month process might be a very valuable process. Now, the pastor we were talking about did follow exactly what you said, and he did ask the pastoral council first to help him create a job description for a new parish business manager.